Hello, I'm Archie Luxury, and welcome to the program Euro Trash. Euro Trash, the Hall of Shame. The Hall of fucking Shame. And there can be not a shittier car. One of the worst cars I've ever owned is the Ford Mondeo. And I had a mid-90s Ford Mondeo. This is when it came out to Australia. And it was the biggest piece of fucking shit that I've ever had the misfortune of having. And look, when I bought it brand new, when I had it, it was, it was a pretty peppy engine. It was a 2-litre, 16-valve, double overhead cam valve engine, which was, it's pretty good, peppy. But fuck, did it develop some problems. And Ford Mondeos are renowned for very annoying problems. And the problem is that Ford Australia, they didn't know how to service the fucking Ford Mondeo. It was a European Ford product, and they didn't have a fucking clue what they were doing. And everything costs a fucking fortune. It's like owning a BMW without the prestige of the badge. What's the fucking point? And I owned it, then it developed this terrible problem that whenever you braked, it would pull to the left. And it was just so fucking annoying. it was just really, really unsafe. As soon as you put the anchors on, it would just pull one way. And that's not the worst of it. It turned out to be the bushes. But, no one fucking knew. Ford didn't know. The dealer didn't know. Everyone, took it to wheel alignments and all this sort of shit. But the biggest fucking annoying problem was it developed this problem where you would start the car and it would not start. Okay, so you think, fair enough, what is it? It could be a battery. It could be a connection. What can it possibly be? You try and start the car and it refuses to start. Some sort of earthing problem, I suspect. And what fucking happened is you just open the hood, touch a cable, and the bastard would start. Do you think I could get Ford to fucking fix this fault? I'm not a mechanic. So you take it to another mechanic. They don't know this model, so that's no good. You take it to the fucking Steelers. Absolutely fucking useless. I spent about fucking $2,000 to $3,000 getting this fucking fault fixed, and it was still there. They replaced cabling. It was a fucking disaster. And the Ford Mondeo, I mean, look, they're the sort of car, right? It was, when it was brand new, it was a peppy enough, it was an okay enough car. But as soon as it had over 60,000 clicks on it, it was a fucking downhill spiral. And the terrible thing about the Ford Mondeo is that it's got a most weird seating position. It's got this cabin which really encroaches. It's got the center console that really encroaches in the cabin. And I then, a couple years later, I drove a Jaguar X-Type. And the X-Type's based on the Ford Mondeo, and it's got the same horrid fucking seating position. It might be clad in leather and fucking bit of wood trim, governor, but it's still a Ford Mondeo. And this is the whole thing. The funny thing is, my good friend in the UK, Craig, who's an automotive engineer, he told me when he saw the first X-Types, he opened the hood and they had Ford stickers all over the fucking place. And it's about right. It's all based on the Ford Mondeo. Another car that uses this is the Volvo lineup. The bigger Volvos, they actually are based on the Ford Mondeo as well. And even though it's got Swedish leather and it's just got the most weird seating position, I could smell it I could smell the Mondeo a mile away. And this is the whole fucking thing. One of the worst fucking cars of all time, the Ford Mondeo, especially in Australia. What a fucking piece of shit. What a piece of fucking garbage. And all I can say is thank fucking God I don't own that piece of fucking shit anymore. The Ford Mondeo. Ford, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for this garbage you call a car. I'm Archie Luxury, bringing you the Archie Luxury Eurotrash series, The Hall of Shame. See you later, fuckers.